Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is our first Thursday PC group call, and I want to thank you so much for joining in this afternoon. It looks like we have some good attendance. I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good night to those that are out there. Thank you for joining. How's your day going? Yeah, don't be too excited, Shoshana. Come on, man. For those of you who have not met each other, Shoshana is new to our program. She hails from the looks like the mountain town of, is that Italy behind you? I don't know, just pretty. So she's new to our group. Desiree's new to our group. She's been with us a couple of months now, just finally getting able to join in some of the calls. We love it. And Virginia, if you haven't seen her before, is jumping on now, being part of some stuff. But if you're not familiar with each other, get familiar with it's just part of your family to help us grow. Today, I really want to talk about how do we use lead generation to be a lever for our lead generation. Wait, did I say lead generation twice? Yeah. Lead generation is just that important. How do we use social media to be a lever for lead generation? How do we use it as a tool and not a pastime suck, because it just sucks you in, right? You're on that 1 minute, next minute, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, you've scrolled 15 levels deep on some conspiracy videos, and you think toilet paper's out to kill you. I know, I've been there. Social media can do that to you. You got to be careful with it. Social media is a tool for your business, and it needs to be used appropriately. What happens if you use a hammer inappropriately?
Smash things.
You tend to break stuff, right? Hurt yourself, break things, not do it right. What happens if you need a hammer and you don't have one?
You end up using the other end of a screwdriver.
Yeah, you use the wrong tool, you do it wrong, you cost yourself more pain and aggravation in the long run. That's why I want you to look at social media as a tool. I know some of us are trying to stay clear of it. There's a lot of negative energy out there, so don't get consumed by it. But we want to give to our communities and our environments to allow us to grow our database, grow our influence. So growing your database grows your influence, as well as seek out other potentials. What's happened during COVID in the last year? Tell me all the changes that would affect social media. This is a participation thing.
There's been a lot of political issues out there.
Okay, political problems. Mike, what do you got? We can't hear you, brother. Your mic's not working. May need to log out, log back in. What about this whole working from home thing? Homeschooling, right? Has that not afforded people more access to social media than before? Are we not finding ourselves more engaged remotely than ever before? Did you know that social media usage is up almost 85% year over year?
It's crazy.
It's insane. More people than ever are using social media to do business, find business, and stay in touch. Not harp and complain about politics or expose your hardline beliefs on one side or another of the line, cause fights, be charming, and do all. No.
1 2 1 2.
1 2 1 2. We're good.
Oh, sorry.
So that being said, how do we utilize social media for our benefit? Who's got an idea of how we can change our perception of social media to becoming a benefit for our use in growing our database and growing our business? What do you got, Letha?
Well, since I started here, I've actually started adding a lot of people to my friends and then joining groups and various things and participating and just letting people know, hey, I'm a real estate agent, I'm here. And then also I send my listings and stuff out on groups and stuff, that the ones that you can do that with.
Yeah, that's good. It's staying, so exposure, right? It's one thing we can use social media to help us expose. What about telling your story?
Absolutely.
Like I'm gonna actually use Mikey as an example. About a year ago, Mike and I had a conversation about his social media usage, and how he can implement things differently, and he ran with it. He's been taking classes and listening to gurus and watching videos and everything he possibly can to suck up social media to help him build his business. And Mike, how many deals do you think you have generated in the last 12 months that you could say originated around some form of social media?
I would say at least 5 to 6 of them. And it's really more just because it's being in front of the people. It's like when we meet, they know who I am. They know the dogs. They know the Jeep.
So it's not just about, hey, look at me, I'm Michael Whining, I'm a real estate agent. It's, hey, look at me, I've got amazing huskies that like to escape and chew on things. And here's my amazing Jeep my amazing van that I'm turning into an off-road vehicle. All of it is a story. It's a story of who Michael is that has an undertone of what?
What I do.
Right?
Realtor.
Subtle things, guys. Like, do you not notice when I wear shirts like this, it kind of just reminds people what I'm doing, right? Pay no mind the fact that it's a little off center. I got them on discount. Don't worry.
They come from China.
Tiny. But the thing is when you're using social media, you want to tell a story. Throughout time, fables have become captivating in every audience. We have hieroglyphics that are stories painted on the walls of stone mountains, right? They're all over the world. Stone hieroglyphs, the painted mountains of Iowa or wherever it's at. You know what I'm talking about? Nazca lines and drawings, like these giant pictures tell stories. So we've done that through time, generation over generation. It's about telling stories. So the human brain has been developed to understand story-based things. You've never heard me say it. I tell facts tell, stories sell. Facts tell, stories sell. If you give somebody just a bunch of numbers, you're just telling them the facts. Now, if you can take that fact and weave it into a story that makes sense for them, it's going to create an engagement higher level that may create a sale. If I were to tell you interest rates now are 2.6% for a 30-year conventional loan, great, thank you so much for that information. The hell does it have to do with me? Now, what's the story you can tell around that? Don't be scared. Would you
Sorry.
like?
I'm just catching up. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. My daughter's birthday's today, so everybody keeps calling when I'm in the middle of something. Oh yeah, she turned 8 today.
But how do we turn a fact like that? Interest rates are 2.675% for a conventional 30-year mortgage. That's a fact, right? That's a fact. How do we turn that into a story?
I can share with them how that's going to reduce their payment by such and such a month that they can put towards their kids' college tuition or a new pool in the backyard or.
Okay, Mike, what'd you have?
I was going down the same road. Just, how does it pertain as value to them, and how can it help them in their life and improving or free up money, or something that just helps them progress.
And exactly. So is it hard to take a fact and turn it into a story? Then why don't we do it more often?
You have to know what you're doing, because I can honestly say that a year ago, that fact would have meant nothing to me without the help of the people on this call and Aaron's stats classes and stuff like that. It wouldn't have meant nothing. It would have meant nothing to me.
And I'm going to tell you, Tess, that's probably the majority of our databases. Those facts don't mean shit. My mom is at a 4.25% interest rate. And I told her, Mom, why don't you refinance your house? The rates are 2.5%. You could probably save yourself $100 a month.
I have a friend of mine that called me one time and said, hey, I've been thinking about refinancing, and right now I'm paying, I think he was paying 5% at the time. And he's like, what good would it be at 3%? I mean, that's only saves me $2,000 a year $2,000 on my loan, because he thought he was only taking 2% off of a total number.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's mind blowing right there.
Right.
And versus saving him $65,000 in the course of the 30 years.
Exactly. And that's how I worked it out with him. I went through an amortization schedule with him and put it in terms he understands of. You could buy yourself, 2 Mustangs now.
That's the real estate expert.
But I want to go back to that simple statement of a fact tells, a story sells. Is the fact that you're a real estate agent relevant?
Only if I can show them how it benefits them.
I was just say that, yes.
Precisely.
Okay.
Anybody, there are 7,000 schmucks out there right now that can say, I'm a real estate agent. I'm a realtor. Well, fantastic. Thank you for getting your license and doing something with your life. The hell does that do for me?
Nothing.
Right? But what's the bottom line here? What's this, like here, I wore this shirt on purpose. Does this story tell a story? Does this shirt tell a story?
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's simple, right?
Or asks us a question,
Right? What does it do?
starts a conversation.
Starts a conversation, but it engages somebody in the storyline. So when you guys are on social media, I see a bunch of posts, and if you're guilty, great. I want you to take this to heart. Nobody gives a damn about your open house, except for other realtors. Nobody gives a damn about that house going under contract, except for whom? You're right, other realtors. Nobody gives a damn about the deal that you negotiated, and all you posted was under contract. Because it's a fact. Great. Thank you for telling me. Move on to the next video. Thank you. This is my TED Talk, right? What if we take those simple facts and put stories around them? Mr. and Mrs. Jones have been renting for the last 15 years and thrown away fortunes in rent. They finally made the chance to jump into home ownership, and after multiple counteroffers and missed opportunities and 6 other deals that fell through because we were not the highest bidder, we finally got them their dream home, and it was all okay because this was the perfect house for them. I'm excited to see them move into the next chapter. Congratulations on getting under contract, my friend.
Absolutely.
Now who cares?
Everybody.
Everybody.
People,
because
yeah,
it'll be
people
their
are
story.
emotionally invested in the Jones family now. Hi, my name's Dan Caldwell. I have an open house. Great. Thanks. Sit down. Next story. I have the distinct pleasure of being friends with hundreds of real estate agents online. And I posted this around Christmas or Halloween. If one door opens and one door closes, your home's probably haunted. I can sell it for you. And I even made a dumb video about that. I mocked those posts because I was telling a story of how annoying it was to see the same damn post 100 times. So I aligned with my audience because a lot of my friends have a lot of realtor friends too. And around Halloween, every freaking agent thought it was cute and clever. They're like, ooh, this is great. I'm going to share it with my whole database without any context around it. I created a story around how annoying it was. I then challenged some of the people on our PC call to go do a video about it, right? We turned it into an actual story. You guys remember Mary Benson doing that? Her and Teresa Zizak got together and Teresa slammed the door in her house and then opened it and slammed it again. And she's like, oh, wow, if one door is opening and one door is closing, your house is probably haunted, like mine. But it created a conversation. And that's what I want you guys to focus on. Social media is engaging the tool of social media to help you build your database by creating an environment where you can tell a story. The higher and higher echelons in social Olympics, if you will, the big people that are in, what is the word I'm looking for? The influencers are really good at telling stories. They're really good at getting you addicted to their life. You want to know more about them. You want to see what's happening. You want to know the struggles. You want to know the strife. You feel engaged with them when they win or lose. That's how they became influencers.
Do you get their permission to put that stuff out there?
You don't have to have their face or their real name.
Got it.
I used to do this when I handed over keys. I handed over keys to my buyers, and I don't know if Mike remembers these the early videos. What would I do, Mike?
You would do a key presentation video. You would start out with like kind of an introduction of how you're excited you're gonna, be able to have this opportunity to give them their keys, and then when they get there, you video them walking up, showing their excitement, capturing it, having them open the door, and then be the first to tell them welcome home.
It was a simple algorithm, right?
Yep.
Hey guys, my name is Big Dan Caldwell. I'm so excited to bring with you today. I'm about to hand over the keys to a brand new homeowner. So excited for them. They finally got out of the rat race of renting and decided to start investing in their own future. You know what? They'll be here any minute. I'm excited. Why don't you guys wait with me? We'll see them soon. And then cut screen. 15 minutes later, they'd be pulling up. Oh my God, they're pulling up. I'd video the car and I'd get out and be, you guys excited? You excited for this? We thought this day would never come. And then I would do the key handoff. I was like, oh, you know what, guys? The most important thing about everything, I want to say thank you so much. Here's your key. Your key. And they'd be like, well, do you want to open the door? No. This is your house now. And they'd open the door. And as soon as they'd walk in, I would get them to turn around and look at the camera and say, hey, guys, guess what? And they'd be just stunned. Welcome home. I got people to cry that weren't even part of the transaction because they felt the pain of renting for years. I did 30 transactions from social media alone in 1 year.
Wow.
And it didn't come from a post that said, under contract, open house, just listed. I'm trying to be over the top because I want you to see how ridiculous this shit really is.
Well, I struggle with that because I always think about this stuff after the fact. Like
Then take the post down and repost it.
Yeah.
People on social media are goldfish. They're like, wait a second, did I see this earlier? Nah, it must have been somebody else. I've posted the same damn pictures 6 different places and everyone's like, oh my God, it's so awesome. No, you're just dumb and you don't realize that you saw it 6 months ago on Instagram. Social media needs to be utilized to help you build your business. But the key mark I want to talk about here is one thing, and that is tell a story. Tell a story. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, then what does that make a video?
10,000, a million words.
Right? So raise on those of you got your cameras on, great. If you do not, you can use the button there to raise your hands. Raise your hand if you're terrified of doing a live video on Facebook.
Not terrified. I just dislike myself on camera.
Just shy.
Yeah, but the one I did earlier on our Facebook group.
I'm not shy. I just dislike how I look.
Me too. I'm a pudgy, tall redhead with hair issues. But damn it, I'm funny. Girls like me.
You are that.
No.
But I mean,
Who cares?
you always the biggest way to overcome that fear is, when people are but also when you're in front of people talking to you, they love you. Obviously there's the connection there, and all you're doing is putting on a video now.
So that's the thing is I want you guys to get comfortable doing videos. So some stories I want you to tell. I want you to write this down. The 5 stories you need to put on your social media in the next week. And the funny thing is social media has this neat little feature at the top of it. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this or not. It's literally called create a story.
Where? You said on Facebook?
Yeah, it's on Instagram too.
I don't.
Hell, it's even on Snapchat and Twiddle Dial or whatever the other ones are.
Where?
Right at the top of
It's
Facebook.
there, but I don't do stories.
Yeah, I don't either.
I just post.
I know you
They're
do.
bothersome to me. They irritate
I
me.
know you do, but you want to know something?
It-
There's a reason I'm telling you to do them.
Well,
Have I
know
ever
there
steered
is.
you wrong before?
No, that's not the issue. It's just didn't really know how or why I should be doing that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Is
It's
it
like,
there
what's the
where-
difference between a post and a story?
Yeah, but
You know,
Dan,
I don't know the difference.
do you have some examples then for, us beginner here of what story we're supposed to tell that's real estate related. That's not just a open house post. Thank you very much. Huh?
Like if you feel personally attacked, good.
No, but what should we do instead then? That story.
There's hundreds of YouTube videos and content stuff out there that tells you how to do social media posts.
Tons of them. But I'll tell you that the highest engagement, highest interaction that you will have is from your stories.
Yeah.
There's a reason I'm using the word story so much that I pound it through your head, that even if you're making a Facebook post, it needs to tell a story. And your stories are very simple. It can literally be you walking down the street in the morning on your morning walk and saying, hey, guys, I just want to say it's a beautiful morning outside. It's a brisk 32 degrees outside. I don't know why I'm doing this, but you know what? I got to run. I got to jump on my scripts and role play call that I do every morning so that I get better at helping my clients negotiate deals. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.
And also, if you go on to Dan's Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, he's everywhere. Go check out his stuff and just copy because he does a lot of really great things.
This in your stories are simple things. Your stories are designed, and this is why. If you don't post a story for a long time and you post a story, the social media algorithms are going to grab it and they're going to present it in front of all of your friends and say, hey, Amber has posted for the first time in a while. Or anybody have Instagram and you see that notification, Dreamscapes75 has posted for the first time in a while. What that's doing is it's giving you a chance to reconnect with the algorithm to be put in front of more people. Your stories, both Instagram, Snap, and Facebook and Snapchat, all those are the highest consumed element of social media because they change every day. They're automatically playing. So if you look at one story on your phone, I wish I could share you my phone. You look at one story, it automatically rolls into the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one.
Yeah.
And how many people have, like when you're on Facebook and social media, how many you find you get sucked into before you know you've looked at 7 different stories. And for me, what was it, last week? I think I had an inspection and I just posted up a quick boomerang in my story just to try it. And there was over 200 engagements on it versus my 12 to 24 likes on a post. Which granted, people might see the post, but then there's also a lot of people that don't. And then also sometimes when you put up a post, how often do you get a notification like 2 days later that someone so-and-so liked it, meaning that it just came up a few days afterwards and it's kind of already past its prime of information, I guess you could call it. So Dan and I have talked about this. That's my next level. I have to work on doing more stories. So that's one of my things.
So the video I posted today in both, we did one on the Keller Williams social media page, Keller Williams Southern Arizona, as well as I did a live video for you guys on our group page. The one that was posted at Keller Williams, I got a text from one of the agents that works down the hall from my office. It's been with us for 6 months. How many Ignites have we had for the last 6 months? 3 now or so? She said, hey, Dan, I've been wanting to go to Ignite and waiting for it to start and just saw your video. Would love to go through it. What do I need to do? My video. How many posts did I put up last time about Ignite? There were a funny picture. Oh my God, Ignite starts next week. Join in, sign up. No, the videos make you stop and watch. The stories do the same thing. And guess what? I'm going to be putting up a story on the Facebook page soon too. But to answer your question, Nicole, how do you do that to tie into real estate? It's add your creativity to it. When I do a walkthrough of a house and I'm walking around a house, and all right, guys, this house is pretty freaking neat. Come see it with me. I add humor into it. And some of you watch my videos, you're going to find the little pearls of humor I drop in, and I do them in every video, and people actually look for it.
Those beautiful
every time
mirrors.
What was that, Mike?
Those beautiful mirrors.
Every
Handsome
time
mirror.
I walk in front of a mirror and I record it, I'm like, ooh, that's a handsome mirror. Ooh, that's a good looking mirror. It makes people laugh. So find your own thing. If you're doing an open house, that's what the story comes from is, hey guys, I got this awesome opportunity. We're doing an open house and here down the street from this property, and look at this. Like, look at this view. Look at this pool. Would you
Like,
change out this
one
fan?
one live video of an open house. I mean, it took me 10 times to do it before I posted it. Like, I did video and then posted it. Was that okay or no? Still no. Boring.
It's up to you. It's your audience. My audience is expecting more out of me than they are out of you.
Yeah.
Because they don't know you.
Yeah.
Your audience doesn't know me, so I couldn't tell you how to be, except for I want to push you out of your comfort zone and quit putting static posts up that aren't engaging, that aren't challenging. Jacob put in the note, she goes, his girlfriend is talking last night, and she said he needs to post more real estate memes. Absolutely. People can have full conversations in memes alone. It's your database. It's who you talk to. So when it comes to creating a story, I want you to write the 5 things down, right? Why did you get into real estate? What's the story behind it? What do you want to do in real estate? What benefit do you provide to your community? What are your goals for 2021? What's your favorite dinosaur? That last one is designed to see if you're listening.
Ziosaurus Rex.
Ziosaurus Rex, yeah.
My dog.
What I want you to realize that real estate doesn't have to be everything. And I mean everything. Real estate doesn't, it's not just housing. It's the embodiment of what we do. Do you want a real estate agent that is robotic to the point you don't know if they're human, you don't know if they have kids, you don't know if they do anything other than sell and buy houses? Yeah, some people that works for. For the majority, it does not. You know who that client is that wants the robot? A Zillow client.
Until they have them.
Until something goes wrong. Your professionalism and your personality do not matter until something goes wrong.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
I had an I have a friend of mine, and they bought just before I got my real estate license. But anyway, he's like, he sold a house up in Phoenix, and he went through Open Door, I think it was, and he loved it. He loved the process, and I was like, well, how much did you end up paying Open Door? He goes, it wasn't much. And I was like, well, what is not much? Because I kind of want to know. Huh?
13%.
Well, he said it wasn't. He said it was probably along the lines of 3 to 4%. And I'm like,
Yeah, I'd like to see that balance sheet.
Yeah, you really got to look into their percentage structure because they do have it broken down in different ways. Jay Cermak has a very good video comparing it. And then also, how much did he leave on the table with going through Open Door?
He wouldn't tell me. I don't even think he knows. I think he was just poking the bear because I was like, no, they probably robbed you. So I would like to know what that number was.
And the simple thing is Open Door, Zillow Buys, Redfin, Purple Book, and all of these iBuyers are investor pools that buy the house, do a little bit of work, and I mean a little bit of work, and typically the seller actually pays for that work too. A little bit of work, then resells them for gain. So why would they pay top of the market? Your expense is the convenience of selling it to an iBuyer. Is that not a story you can tell somebody?
I don't think I understand it fully enough to explain it or have a story.
Okay. On Monday, let's talk about iBuyers.
I gotta say, that's my area too.
My schedule's floating. We'll talk iBuyers on Monday, get you guys some more insight on it. We're going to talk about it in the mornings on the script calls.
And if you want to know what was paid for the house, just throw the address through a parcel search.
I don't have the address.
You
So,
know, a good thing about stories, when you do the stories on Facebook and they comment or react, it goes straight to your messenger.
Yep.
Yet another reason for me not to do it.
Direct contact.
You get direct contact. When they're responding to those, you get, because I had to explain that to my husband because he's responding to, it's like, you realize that you're private messaging them when you do that.
So when you're doing your stories, and I put out those 5 things in there because I want your brain to start working around, okay, what can I tell a story about? Does your sphere of influence know why you got into real estate? Does your sphere of influence know you're in real estate? We're talking social spheres right now, not just the direct people we talk about in your SOI, but your social sphere could be 10 times that of the people in your cell phone. But do they know why you got into real estate? The little kid that grew up and wanted to be a doctor his whole life and then became a doctor, did everybody in his sphere know why he became a doctor? Right? The passion they drove and they cheered him on and they celebrated his wins and his losses together. They were part of the story. If you don't tell people and you're just a secret agent, I guarantee they will not know when you fall out of the business either. You won't know until it's too late. So tell the story, why you got into real estate. Weave it together in a multiple series. And you can even do that when you're helping somebody. You'd be like, this is why I got into real estate. To help people. To change lives. What's your elevator pitch? How do you put it into a consumable data piece? Right? You know, what do you want to do in real estate? What are your goals? Like, what do you want to do with it? What do you want to buy? What do you want to own? What do you want to develop? At one point in my life, I wanted to own every house on a certain street just because somebody said I could. I'm all, that's a really good idea. Never thought about it before.
So Dan, I have a question about that. I don't follow people enough to know, but are you posting this on your personal stuff? See, I won't do that. I refuse to cross-contaminate my personal who I am as a person with stuff that's business and has no.
I'm gonna say this as bluntly as I can. If I hurt your feelings, I apologize, but it needs to be blunt. You need to blend the two because who you are personally is who you are in real estate. And if the people in your personal sphere of influence don't know you're in real estate and don't know you give a damn about them, you won't be here very long. Period.
Well, I can see like this is my occupation, but I don't want my personal stuff contaminating my business.
Which is good. That is something we'll talk about on social media is be careful what you post.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. People are going to take completely innocent statements and twist them if that's their filters.
Then let them.
And I don't want that happening.
Then let them.
Contaminate my business.
They won't contaminate your business. You shut them out. You close them down. You control the environment. But if you don't, and you're not willing to put the things out there to your database to have them help you grow your business, it will never grow. If you take a seed and you take this beautiful 100% guaranteed to grow seed and you plant it in the perfect, most enriched environment in the pot, it's ideal. And you take that pot and you put it in the freezer, is that plant going to grow?
I don't see the correlation.
Environment is everything. If you do not open your environment to the growth of your business, it will never grow. And if you've got friends in your database that you feel like you can't post something about real estate, or a reason why you got into real estate, or something you're gonna do about real estate because they're gonna twist it and screw it and put an impact on your business, that is not your friend. That is
No.
somebody that is baiting you into a conversation and wants to be a social warrior justice on Facebook and Instagram. And those type of people, you can hide your posts from.
Block.
Not even block them. You don't have to block them. They can still be on your feed, but you literally can put up your posts and you can assign the audience. But do not be afraid of letting your personal environment blend into a little bit of your business. And I mean a little bit. I'm not going to go out on my business page and tell everyone that my son pooped himself.
Right.
No. But I'm also not going to go on my personal page and just post real estate stuff all the time. It's not how it works. It's an 80-20 blend.
So
But
can
if
I
you're
just
not
put a quick,
willing to have a blend, you will have a problem growing your database, because the people that know, like, and trust you will be the cheerleaders that will grow your environment for you. I didn't do it on my own. I did it with the help of 4,000 other people.
Mhm.
People I don't even know that much. And you know what? When I started seeing some stuff on my feed that I didn't agree with, and people wanted to post and create harm and were putting comments and stuff on, guess what? They're no longer in my environment. You have to be professional online, but you can have your own opinion.
Well, according to NAR, you can't.
You can have an opinion as
No,
long as it's not ethical.
they're making it to where anybody can perceive anything and it's considered a hate speech. And that's in your private life. I can't, oh my gosh, I don't even want to go there.
As a
Welcome
real
to
estate agent, you've got to pay attention to what you post publicly in your private life because you represent them.
It has nothing to do with being careful what I post. I can be as careful as anybody else, but if somebody on that other end wants to read into it something that is not there, they're going to do that.
and they always will. So why are you worried about it? You can't control it.
I'm
I'll tell
not
you a
worried
story.
about
Last
it.
week- Hold
I'm
on.
not
Yes.
worried about it on the part of having the right to do it, but I certainly don't want to be jailed or lose my license because somebody decides to misread something.
But it doesn't make it true.
Nothing
But-
I will ever show you to do or teach you how to do will ever put you anywhere close to having those situations happen.
I'm not talking about what you're telling me. I'm talking about my private life stuff, things that I believe in.
That's on you. If you don't want to post it, don't. If you want to post something that has that critical line to it, great. Know your environment. If you're on a group page and you're having a conversation and it becomes heated and somebody want to take that and run it up the flagpole, they're going to do what they've done to every other agent in that situation. They're going to look at your history. I had somebody take my name to the ADRE and say that I was not acting in accordance to the law. I was being immoral. I was lying. I was doing everything in the book, literally threw everything they could at me. The commissioner called Jody. Jody said, no, I know the situation. That's not Dan. Somebody's just going after him. The commissioner called me, interviewed me for about 3 minutes, said, I'll take care of it. Have a nice day. There are going to be people out there that just want to challenge you and create a stink. And guess what? When you live your life right, you'll always come out on the right side of it. Sometimes you get scratched, sometimes you get dirty, but you never get beat.
Right?
And when it comes to social media, you got to be careful what you post in the right environments. I'm not going to put up my religious beliefs and my political beliefs on my social media because that's not where I put it. I have those conversations in private. I have those conversations with people I can trust that I actually give a damn about their opinion.
Yeah.
The rest of it, we're going back to the very first line of this entire thing, was about the tool of social media. I don't use social media for my entertainment. I don't need someone to bluff my ego and say, yeah, you're right, Dan. That's pretty awesome. You know, good job. Stroke your ego a little bit. No. I'm using it to engage an environment so that my seed and my perfect little plot grows to a giant redwood and creates shade for thousands. Structure and housing for thousands. Social media has been used far too wrong for far too long. You need to get out of the mindset of using it in that way. And how do you use it for your benefit? And if you don't want to, good. That's your choice. It's one less tool you have to use. But if you want to benefit from it, then heed my advice. Tell the story, engage the audience, help them create a better environment around your business. You align with the right people, you will find those that will help you take your plant out of the freezer, thaw it out, give it nourishment, and help it grow. And I can tell you that Mike has sold houses because of people that shared his name to other people that he didn't even know. That's creating the environment.
So a quick story from the week of New Year's. I got a call on that. Yeah, it was actually New Year's Eve, I believe. And it was Alaska number. And I missed it, so I called him back. And it was a referral from Tucson. We talked about he's trying to find a home for his two boys going to U of A, and we had great conversation. Got him hooked up with a lender, got him pre-approved, and I ended the conversation. Said, you know, just out of curiosity, you're in Alaska. How did you get my name and my number? You know, I mean, just seems far reached. It was a kind of a blindside to me, and it was a referral from someone here, someone's sister, that said that I was an all right guy and that I would take care of him. And he couldn't remember the person's name. Well, just this Monday, a friend of mine from high school told me that she had given my number to a person in Alaska. And so it was kind of cool to make that connection. But the main reason she did it is because she sees how much I love it through my posts. And I mean, we haven't really talked since high school, which is 26 years. You know.
So, Mike, does the story you've been telling fall into those categories? Why did you get into real estate? What do you want to do with it?
I've got a mix. I definitely have a mix. I mean,
they don't have to be all this like all on a line, but
right.
You could pair into them.
Right, absolutely, and you know, I agree with Dan 100% because I see that, you know, I still do the, you know, just listed, just posted, under contract. I tend to try to put a story behind it though, especially with my buyers on closings, you know, but I definitely see the value in adding stories to the just listed, to the under contract, you know, because there is a story to it, right? We go through a journey with them, trying to figure out what they need, what they knew. Sometimes we'll put in 4 offers, 5 offers, we'll get beat out. And the most awesome feeling is to call a client and tell them their offer was accepted and they just break down in tears. You know, and I mean, it's just because of how happy they are. That's my reason, you know.
Wouldn't that be a great post?
Absolutely.
Literally just a picture of somebody on the phone, and that could be the caption. One of the greatest things about my job is calling somebody and letting them know their offer was accepted and hearing them break into tears.
Right.
Hashtag I love my job.
Absolutely. And I mean, we just closed on the new construction, the last one of the year.
Last of the year.
Yeah, last one of the year. We walked out of title, and his mom, it was a mother and son bought a new construction, Sarita. She wouldn't let him go. She was so happy that they finally signed the papers. And I didn't realize it at first, but I mean, she was just so happy, just crying and excited and ready to move on. It's the first time in her life ever owning a home. And, you know, they were able to do it together. It's everything they want. And I mean, that's the story. That's the reason to do it. That's the reason you keep going and you fight through everything.
But if we're able to sell that to people, if you're able to bottle that up and give that experience to anybody, do you think they would drink it?
Absolutely.
100%. That's social media in a nutshell. If you can take an experience and magnify it for the masses, you're going to tell a story that people want to listen to. I don't care what side of the tracks you grew up on. I don't care what color your skin tone is. I don't care what side of the sex spectrum you are. Male, female, or somewhere in between. Does not matter. You have a story to tell that you can line up with your goals in real estate, and you will find people to build an audience around it. It all starts with understanding you have to tell a story. Command gives us really good options, really awesome stuff. If you haven't played around with the designs, you need to do so. Go see what's in there. They change all the time. Down here at the bottom, it's got it looks like a little, I don't know, was that a paintbrush? Designs. Boom. And you can find, when you click on your plus button and you create a new social post, go see what's in there. Go see what's available to you. You don't even have to be that creative. All you got to do is be able to tell a fact in a storyline where somebody's going to listen. If you get 1 like or 50 likes, does not matter as long as you touched 1 heart. So when you've got major holidays coming around, have a story around it.
We've got spring, we've got Easter coming up, spring. Valentine's Day is kind of a hit and miss for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know,
Do
but
a split post on that one. Do a half a heart that's red and half a heart that's black, and do a poll on one of your stories. Are you for or against that Valentine's Day? And watch how many people come out of the woodwork. Not all your posts need to be about real estate, but what they do, they need to be engaging and create relationships with people. And it's simple. Like, you got the for sale stuff in here. Like, look at these candid photos of happiness, serenity, gatherings.
How do you do a poll, Dan? I looked into that and I thought that it was something that you could only do on a business page, and you could only do it, you had to pay for it.
I know you can do it on Instagram.
usually in the stories, you should be able to do
Yeah,
it.
it's in the story. So create a story.
Okay.
Yeah, look at my stories just from what I see. Well, we kind of got back, but we'll go back in a second. Look at this. Just from the top of the page, it's always there. I hate how slow it runs when I'm sharing my screen. I've got Amanda Clark, showings, do I stop for gas or coffee? Is that not something you can align with as an individual and an agent? Right? We click on her story and we can see this is Amanda Clark. She's one of our mega agents. She did like $16 million last year by herself. 8 a.m. showings. Do I stop for coffee or gas? Like, it aligns with real estate. And then my friend Shauna, who's a bodybuilder. And it's just random stuff that you click through and you can see all kinds of random things. But when you've got people, the GOAT game, really? But when you post stuff on there, it doesn't have to be, look at me, I'm in real estate. Like Amanda perfectly described, I couldn't have put that better myself. An 8 a.m. showing, do I stop for gas or coffee? It's like, hey, I'm in real estate, it's underlined. But if you're creating a post, we're doing it right from the desktop. We can create a story or write a text. You know? You can type it in, like put a heart for Valentine's Day or a dead rose for no Valentine's Day. I don't know. I'm not super creative. I never have been. And you guys know that. But what I do is I find something that works and I run with it. What I am is random and genuine. I'm genuinely random. So I use it to my benefit. But the one thing I can tell you is my passion for helping people, everybody knows. I can tell somebody to go shove rocks and they will know I mean it in the most endearing way possible. So the stories we tell, that's why I want you guys to use the stories, because they go away. You can post it again. You can post something later. Go play. I mean, Instagram gives you a ton, and I do mean a ton of opportunities to put pictures and stuff up. Hold on, I'm trying to get to it. So you got creating boomerangs, layouts, multiple capture, level things. Like, try them out. You can add all kinds of things to your stories and be surprised at the engagement you get. But you have to start with doing something. So if you don't post anything all year, are you going to get any traction? No. If you post only around major holidays, are you going to get any traction? Why is that? Because everybody's doing it. How about this? Go find the obscure holiday of the day. Like the other day was National Backpack Day. Did you know that? Totally made it up, but no one else knew that. You all thought it was National Backpack Day. Find something that you can engage an audience with, but tell a story. And like, if you have problems, those 5 things I gave you, right? Why you got into real estate, what your goals for real estate are, what are your goals for 2021? Start talking about your goals and people will help you get there. And if they stand in your way, at least you know who your opposition is. It's better the devil I know, right?
So do you want us just to do a story, or does it have to be a video on the story?
You want bonus points?
I'm just trying to clear it up.
I want you to use stories to help tell your story. I want you to use your Instagram and Facebook and Twitter posts to tell stories. Stories themselves, stories, the noun, the stories platform, and all these social medias are the highest consumed elements on those apps. Why wouldn't you want to utilize them?
Right. No, I was just trying to
people
clear up.
Yeah, more people will see your story than they will your posts. More people will engage in a video than they will a static picture. More people will engage in a picture than they will words. You see where I'm getting at. If you want bonus points and the highest engagement, video, stories, repetition. 4th element, live. Because when you do a live video, it sends out a notification to everybody. You guys all got it on the Instagram, our Facebook group, didn't you?
Yep.
Big Dan Caldwell's now live. You're like, what the hell? What's he doing? And then the video stays on the page and it says Big Dan Caldwell was live.
Yep.
There's a reason if you guys haven't learned by now, there's pretty much always a reason why I'm doing something.
Mm-hmm.
It's anchoring to a bigger conversation. You want some real engagement? Do more live videos. Do 2 or 3 a week. I got into real estate, so I had more time to knit.
And I don't even knit.
I don't even knit. The best thing about real estate is finding houses I can fit in.
Yeah, I'm not. That's not working out the way I had hoped it would work out.
So engage in your audience and start calling to action. Because once you start getting an audience, and it's an evolving conversation, there's actually things you need to set up on your business pages and stuff like that. And I want you to have a business page. I really do. But I don't want your business page to be all business. You are the brand. You are the engagement. You are the body behind the business. So your business page needs to be an 80-20 mix. 80% lifestyle, 20% real estate. If you do it the opposite, 80% real estate, 20% lifestyle, you will lose people that are disengaged because you're boring. And why is it boring? Because it just says, just listed, under contract.
I can't wait till you go under contract again. I'm going to make a meme for you.
Do it. Yeah, just take this recording.
Yep.
The reading rainbow.
Actually, that would make a great one for my post.
Do it.
You doing that.
Right. Did you guys hear? Big Dan says Mike's got one under contract. So when you allow creativity to seep into your day, you will allow yourself to touch into source, and people will connect with it. If you need some websites to find some stock photographs you can use to put stories around, write this down. Pixabay, Pixabay, Pixabay. And they're really cool websites. Another one, Unsplash.
I've used Unsplash.
I love Unsplash. Here, we're gonna go auto. I'm just gonna close this also. It doesn't run slow. Cancel.
I'm trying to remember the other one that my son uses a lot, but I can't remember.
Pexels, Pexels. So,
And I definitely second with what Dan's saying, about kind of doing a mixture of your life with real estate. So what I did beginning of last year is I made my business Instagram, but I also made a personal, and I really wanted to try to keep them separate, but I noticed that people weren't engaging to my business page, but they would engage into my personal or follow or do whatever. So I kind of went backwards, and now I just kind of mix the two. I'll put,
you gotta blend them.
yeah, just put some real estate on my personal. I'll put some personal stuff in my real estate. So that way, because I am getting a different mix of people that follow my business, but not my personal, and vice versa,
Does
And
this picture tell a story by itself?
absolutely.
Could you not put the words under contract and this post be way more engaging than the picture of the house behind it saying under contract?
Right?
Yep.
Or this one, offer accepted, offer accepted, offer accepted,
Right?
stop renting. Just put the word stop renting.
Right.
I'm here waiting for all your real estate questions. When you finally get that phone call just recorded. So I wanted to point this out at the end of our call because I want you guys to get into action. I want you to go put a post together today. This is your homework today. Utilizing one of these resources, a story, Instagram post, Facebook post, and try to tell a story that's real estate related without being overtly real estate. Challenging, right? Who's closed the deal recently? Virginia got one, Teresita, Cindy. Last month, just saying, it doesn't have to be within the last, put something up there like the excitement. Finally got the call. It's recorded.
Mhm.
These are things that you can do now, today. You don't have to have business to celebrate.
And what was the other site again?
It's Pexels, Pexels,
Okay.
Pixabay, Pixabay. So it's Pexels, Pixabay.
Okay. And there was one more, wasn't there?
and then Unsplash.
Oh, Unsplash. Good, thanks.
And
By the-
these do exactly like I've never even heard of those ones.
These are free
Okay.
use pictures.
Oh. You just capture the picture.
Yeah.
Photos for everyone.
Hey, Dan.
So, I mean, you like this picture right here when I finally got out of my coach's call.
And me.
But that's the thing is use a keyword for the emotion. Search for emotions and put something behind it.
Help.
Yeah. Or like this, just found out our offer got beat. All right, what was the question? Cindy, I thought you had something else. All right, what are some key takeaways we've talked about today? One, do you guys like the 2:30 setup on Thursdays?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, put it on your calendars because I'm not going to send you an invite. It's just going to be a standing thing.
So they're both 2:30, right? Monday and Thursdays at 2:30?
Yeah, this coming Monday, we may not have one because of Martin Luther King Day. We'll give you guys your time off. Do you want to do it on Tuesday?
Real estate agents don't get time off.
I'm not a real estate agent,
I'm sorry,
Oh, we are.
business owner.
business owner. See,
But I say I'll do it at 2:30.
I'm just kidding. I'm just throwing it out there.
I'm not. I'll do it. If you guys want to do a call at 2:30 on Monday, I'm in.
Doesn't matter to me. It's only matter to me.
Better to me.
Looks like it's on for
I've already
Monday.
got it. I've already got it on my calendar. My
Yeah.
alarms are set.
Monday it is. Let's do it. All right. So what's some key takeaways we can talk about today? What are you taking home with you away from this computer and going to put into action right now?
That my stuff is boring.
Be more engaged in my social media.
Okay. Be more engaged. Be less boring. Got it.
Use humor to bring attention to your real estate. And get
Humor is the general conduit for a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
And stay consistent, active.
Another great website, if you guys don't know it, to use if you don't like the way Command works, use Canva, C-A-N-V-A, Canva. You can edit photographs, add text to photographs. It's super easy. You can make Zoom backgrounds like I've done.
It's really good too. They have like a level that you can buy into, but they also have a free level, and free level is good enough.
Do your free one.
But to make your background on Canva, do you do that on your phone or can you do that on the computer?
You can do both. I mean, if you want to put one on
Yeah.
your phone, you can. This is on my computer. My phone ones are different.
Oh, okay. I haven't tried that yet. Oh,
Like this
and
is a post I'm going to put up right before summer. And guess what?
you need a summer body.
Yeah. To hell with the summer body. I just need a pool. How about, and it's just going to be right here, the text.
A big one.
And then I'm gonna put that on a Facebook ad. I'm gonna drop $5 behind it. I'm gonna send it out on the Facebook ad through Command. When you scroll through Facebook and you see this, are you not gonna stop? Or if you scroll and see a picture of a pool, which one's gonna grab your attention?
Yep.
This was free.
Mm-hmm.
I use it all the time because I think it's a funny picture.
It is.
All right, what are some other takeaways?
Make your own memes instead of stealing others, because you personalize them. And
What about using stories? The actual feature called stories.
Right.
Stories are key. Does anyone use stories now? I didn't ask that earlier. Do you use stories at all now?
Very little. I just
Maybe-
didn't see what the difference was in doing a story as opposed to when I put out a post.
So this week, give yourself the challenge now until next Thursday. Start using stories every day. Do a post every day and see how the engagement differs from your stories to your static posts.
So Dan, am I
Yeah.
understanding correctly? If we are posting, I'm still confused about when we're supposed to be using our KW banner and when we're not. And I don't understand how
So
that,
the KW graphic needs to be anything that's directly a real estate advertisement.
so it's not our personal post saying that we're a real estate agent.
If you are saying you're a real estate agent, it needs to be on there because you're representing Keller Williams Southern Arizona.
So this post that you're saying, I just need a pool, doesn't
I will,
have.
I
to
will,
have it.
I will have a Keller Williams logo down at the bottom right.
So how do you do that?
Well, if you do it through Command automatically puts them on there for you.
Now, what about if you're saying something? Can you just say your name and Keller Williams, Southern Arizona, or you have to always have the logo? Can you just say your name and Keller Williams?
Sometimes. That's why.
That's where
I use
it's
Canva.
gray, right?
Yeah, that's the gray zone. Like,
But I
this is
mean-
why I use Canva. Where is Canva on my computer? Come on now.
Yeah, I went on there. I didn't make anything yet.
Just keep in mind though, also, having the KW brand behind you helps also as far as credibility, trust, and everything else.
So we'll-
It's not the yes or no of it. It's how does it get on there? Where does it go? What, how?
So
I
the
don't- I
the
don't understand.
ADRE ruling is that the logo needs to be larger than you. Like it needs to be first and prominent, bigger. Is that so? Like this post here that I posted up for you guys, this is not a real estate advertisement. It had nothing to do with Keller Williams. Where's the Keller Williams logo?
On your chest?
On your shirt.
Well,
That's how the picture came. I added the logo to be compliant and had fun with it.
Copy and paste.
Right? All the logos are online. If you go to our resource page at 1kwsa.com, they're all there with the backgrounds removed and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I
And-
got everything down. I just didn't know. I just could not figure out when it was supposed to be there, how it was supposed to get on there.
Try to put it on everything. Do these pictures look familiar?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Just excitements. I'm adding things to it.
So what is this? Your Canva, one of your
Yeah,
Canva bulletin
this is-
boards or something?
Yeah, this is my Canva workspace, but I'm just showing you what you can do. All kinds of random stuff. Purple Shirt Tuesdays. You remember those days, right?
Mhm.
Like this right here is so boring.
Yeah.
This one, oh, this is one of the first ones we did, Mike.
Congrats.
Congrats.
Congrats. Fun or grats? Congrats.
But no, it was cool because it did engage a lot of people in on it.
Yeah. And people, that's the thing is that you got excited about it. Mike didn't know what I was doing until I did it. I was like, Mike, give me a high five. He's like, what? I just took a picture. He's like, oh. This is, I'll give you some ideas and stuff. Rip them off and duplicate them. Like these are, you can tell this is the old way of doing things. Static posts, under contracts. You know, it's boring shit. Want an open house? I have one. So learn from my evolution in things and understanding how things change. And knowing that if you guys see a consistency in my posts, you know which ones are super business by the fact that they're mostly red. Right? And then I have some fun ones. But they're all the same essential design. This is my branding, my logo that I need to get the PNG for so I can put it on other things. Just saying. Mr. Warning.
I know a guy.
So when you guys are doing social media posts and stuff like that, consistency is key. Congruency is key, meaning who you are, you say you are. And be that person again. So your stories are as simple as, you know what? I got nothing else to tell you guys today other than the fact that I love you and I hope you're doing well. If you want to buy a house, I'd love that too. Have a great day. So get out there, go do something great. Any questions before we go? What questions do you guys have stirring in the back of those brains?
No questions, but I have that person I texted you about.
Yes.
I'm going to talk to her tonight at 6.
Cool. Fingers crossed.
We have like an idea and we throw something rough together and send it to you to get feedback.
Absolutely.
You do that?
Absolutely. If you want to put it up on our Facebook group before you put it out in the world, get some feedback on it too. That's why it's there, guys. If you're not part of our Facebook group, go be part of that. I put this shared space together so you have the resources to get engagement. As well as almost everybody on the call right now has it. I shared the shared resources are the PC shared resources drive to your KW emails.
That
So
was
you'll
cool.
be able to access the drive without going to the link.
Yeah,
So if you go into your into KW, your Gmail account for KW, you go to gmail.com and log in with your KW email, and you click on the top right where it's got the 9 dots. My computer is hating me with how many times I'm sharing my screen.
The app box, you mean?
Yeah, so the app box up here.
Yep.
So essentially, if you're logged in, it's going to be this box here, Google Apps.
Yep.
Go to Drive.
Yep.
You're going to click on, as soon as it loads, Google Drive. You can either go here or it's usually over here as well.
It's even got ebooks. It's cool.
Yeah, I've been putting a lot of stuff up there for y'all. You click on the shared with me, you'll
Yep.
get to it, but it may automatically pop up right here in your recents. So if you go to shared with me, you'll see the shared drive.
Yeah.
It'll look like this. You'll see your shared drive. It'll say Agent Resources. And if you go into it,
Okay.
tons of resources for you. Ever growing, I'm adding to it almost every day. So check them out. There's some good information in there for you.
Oh, you
Other
put the
social media
ball
stuff
now.
too. Go ahead.
I just said you put the life wheel on there. I saw that. How about that?
As soon as you sent it, I downloaded and uploaded it
That's crazy.
almost instantly. That's the thing is this is the data we can share and how fast we can share it helps you guys out.
Yeah.
So continue on with your great selves, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me a little bit longer. I'm glad that we did this Thursday call. If you need something, give me a call, text. If you have a Facebook or social media post idea that you want to run by me, I'm here for you. People love pets. I'm just saying, people love pets. Have a great day.
Yeah, he's my stories.
Yep. There you go.
Bruno.
Thank you.
Hi, puppers.